Good morning, it's good to see you. Got a bit of a travel day ahead today, heading from Padangbai to Gili Meno, but we're not taking the fast boat to Meno. We're going to go the slow, comfortable way. We've got a 4 or 5 hour ferry ride from here. That'll take us to Lumbar harbour on the west coast of Lombok. And we've got a 1.5 hour car drive to a little port called Bangsal, where we get a little local boat across to Gili Meno. I am expecting company today. And we do run the risk of delays as you do on travel days. And the problem that we might have is that there's a last boat that goes about 5:30, I think it is, from Bangsal. And if we miss that, we're probably going to have to rent our own boat, which will be a little bit pricey, but sometimes you have to do these things. But who knows, it's a travel day, anything could happen. I've just dropped down onto the beach for a quick look. For those who don't know, this is the main eastern port to get you to Lombok and to the Gili Islands. The ferries run from here every hour. A lot of snorkeling and diving goes from here, and you've also got the fast boats to the Gili Islands that leave from that pier there. I personally love Padangbai. I love the leafy streets, I love the harbour feel, the horns at night when the ferries are coming and going, and it's yeah, it's just a really pretty little place. Long gone are the days when you can just walk onto the ferry in Indonesia, well, at least in Bali and Lombok. Now you have to get your ticket online. Obviously, many people are going to arrive at the port and not have their ticket, so there's a little kiosk you go to. And I'm going to go look for that little kiosk now. Pagi, mau tiket satu orang ke Lombok. Berapa harga ini? 75, 75. Mau passport. So you give them your passport, 75,000, and get your ticket. You may have noticed I've picked someone up along the way. Hello, Adam from Sanua Diaries.
G'day, how you going?
Any wise words for the crossing today?
Pray for good weather.
I think I'll go with that as well. That ferry you see just coming out the front there, now that was the one that we were hoping to get on. And just as we approached it, the drawbridge went up and they weren't taking any more. Maybe it's just as well, it does look pretty old. So the ferry that just left, that we just missed, hasn't been replaced by another one for at least 30 minutes now, and we can't see one. There's the fast boats coming in and out, and what this does is this creates a bit of an issue, because if we can't get to Bangsal by about 5:30 tonight, then we're going to have to rent a boat ourselves, which could cost us hundreds or $100, $200. We reckon we're going to make it, Adam?
Maybe. It might be dark.
Should we jump on a fast boat to make sure we get there? You want to roll the dice?
I don't know. I think we just roll the dice, see what happens. That's part of the adventure for me.
All right. We're gonna be late, I think, but yeah, fingers crossed we'll get to Bangsal and then to Meno before nightfall. So the moment has arrived. Our ferry finally got here. I'm making a bit of a dash. I probably left Adam behind somewhere, because the last time I got on the ferry I was a bit late and I didn't get anywhere to sit. So what this meant was it was a very hard ride, or you spend a little bit of time sort of standing up. So I'm just going to make a quick dash up here. Good, Adam's with us. Don't want to lose him. Having Adam here is something to grab onto if we go down. Looks like you'll float. Hey! Good.
I have
cabin.
I have the cabin.
Yeah, berapa harganya untuk cabin satu?
250.
250. Bisa terlihat ya?
Okay, bisa.
So as a lot of you might have remembered from the last time, when you get on, the crew often give up their cabin at $25. You can spend 4 hours in a cabin. So dua orang di sini ya?
Tiga bisa.
Tiga?
Yeah.
Tiga.
Up to you.
Tiga, 3 people.
3 people. Safety.
So,
This way.
sendiri?
Yeah.
Saya sendiri?
Okay, it's okay.
For 250?
Yeah.
Okay, mungkin.
200.
Yeah.
Discount.
Permisi Bu,
Banana.
berapa harga kopi?
Kopi sini.
Berapa harganya kopi?
10.000.
10?
Ya.
50 oke. 50 oke.
Tidak bisa dimakan banananya satu.
I think Adam drives a harder bargain than me.
Nggak normal sama Indonesia sama juga.
I think it's great fun. I think it's great fun. I just love the energy. You know, that I was talking about it the other day about how as soon as you walk out of your room, there's this energy and this chaos and this, you know, these things going on. These boat trips are just great. It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit mad. It's I don't know. You just feel alive. It really is a pretty little bay, isn't it, Padangbai? It's just after 12:15. Fingers crossed it's a quick crossing. 4 hours would be good. For those who may not be familiar with these ferries that connect the Indonesian islands, all the buses and trucks and often lots of produce go on the bottom, as well as the scooters. You learn pretty quickly that there's certain parts of the boat that are a little bit cooler than others. And on this right hand side, is it the leeward? No, it's the wayward side, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a nice breeze that comes through here, and you'll find a lot of people sort of taking advantage of that breeze. It's a little bit cooler as opposed to being on the leeward side, which sort of gets a little bit warmer. You've got the central area where it's air conditioned. It's air conditioned in here, and there's a bit of a movie for everyone. These are quite luxurious seats, quite comfortable. Down the back, got a man over here. Guys are just jamming out, enjoying the slow ride and getting better at the music. And there's an area down here where you can rent a mat or a mattress. This side's really quite warm and stifling. And we got one more flight, and this is where I had a look at the cabin. The guy that was selling the cabin or renting his cabin, the staff cabin, for 250,000 was in there. And you'll have the captain up here. I normally go and have a chat with them. They're quite welcoming. I find if the door's open, they're open to it, but the door's not open today, so we won't trouble them too much. There's a view of Bali. It's really a spectacular day to be on the water. There's very little breeze, a slight swell, but a bit of cloud cover, and it's just so pretty, so nice. One of the things you notice more and more the more trips you take on these ferries through the islands of Indonesia is there are less and less Westerners who do it. The convenience of having the fast boats to the Gilis and that, yeah, it's easy. People can get on there and be in the Gilis in a couple of hours. One person who has decided to take the slow boat with us today is Simon. How are you, sir?
Hey guys.
You've just got to Bali. You've been in Bali a couple of months.
Yeah, I came in January the 16th during the rainy season.
Is this the first time?
It's the first time to Bali, yes.
What was the catalyst, or what was the reason to come?
My friend was moving here.
Oh, he moved here?
Yeah.
Your first impressions, is there anything particularly about Bali? Because I know you said you were in Vietnam for a while,
Yeah.
You've been in other places. Is there anything from Bali that you think is particularly unique?
It has to be the scenery.
Yeah.
The scenery. You get back up into the mountains up north, northeast, Cinnamon, around there. It's just another world.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it. Vietnam's nice, but I would say Bali's nicer for the scenery, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're getting around on a scooter?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice. And from here you're going to southern Lombok, you said?
Yes, I've never been to Lombok. It's my first time. I'm going to Kuta. I'm going to meet up with a friend of a friend and hopefully learn how to surf.
I'm assuming you're by yourself. Are you single?
I am single, yes.
Right. So you're travelling. It sounds like a lovely life, Simon.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's not bad.
Are you retired?
Yeah, I did I've done my apprenticeship, 30 years, 40 years, hard labour, shall we say.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kicking back and relaxing.
Sounds like you've got it sorted out, mate.
I think so. I think so. No woman, no cry.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
All the best.
Thanks, Simon. We're now entering Lumbar, the port of Lombok. And a bit of an update as to whether we're going to make the last public boat that gets us from Bangsal to Gili Meno. We're not going to make it. The last one, we got in contact with the accommodation place that we're staying, and they said the last public boat goes at 5. We're probably not going to get into port here until 4:30. It's an hour and a half from port to Bangsal. There is a private fast boat that you can take that runs up until 6 or 7. So there's no guarantee we're going to make that one either. So we're ready for the drawbridge to come down. We're just waiting for the ropes to get pulled tight, and this is what it looks like. It gets pretty warm down here if you're in it for too long. How are you feeling, Adam? Do you think we're going to make it to Gili Meno tonight?
I reckon it's 50-50.
If Adam's saying it's 50-50, it doesn't look good because he's the most positive man I've ever met.
Hei, jangan di belakangnya, jangan di belakangnya. Berdiri. Ini full bos ya, pelan-pelan aja lagi ya. Pelan-pelan, berdiri, tidak mundur ya. Terus ya, aman bos. Balas kanan bos, balas kanan. Terus, hati-hati bos, hati-hati.
Terima kasih banyak ya.
Iya, bersama-sama.
We're free. Oh. Absolute chaos coming off the ferry. Oh dear me. So now the object is we've got a couple of options. There'll be no doubt someone who will want to offer us a car here to Bangsal. That will probably be, I imagine, around the 400,000, 500,000 mark at least. The other option is Adam can get onto a Gojek. The issue you might have there is that the sort of, I don't know, car mafia of Lombok may not let the Gojeks come in this close, so we might have to walk a little bit out of town. We really want to get to Bangsal before 7 at the very latest now, and I think our hopes are sort of being a bit dashed. I'm not sure we're going to make it. Having said that, being ever the optimist, we'll push on and continue until we can go no further and all hope is lost. So we're in the area where we get drivers, and we're getting lots of offers of 500 and 400. Mau pergi Bangsal?
Oh iya.
Ya. Berapa harga 2 orang?
2 orang 400.
400. 300 oke? 300 oke?
Ah,
Bangsal 300. 300 oke? 300. Okay, so we got one for 300. That's what it's like. So I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic. We got that out of the way in pretty good time. I think it helps when you're both sort of, Adam and myself were talking to them quickly, rapid fire, sort of what we're prepared to pay, and it probably helps knowing that they know that you're not a green tourist, relatively speaking. Thank you. So the driver thinks it's 1 hour to Bangsal. Every other indicator, like Google Maps and everything else, says it's an hour and a half. Gotta love the Indonesian optimism. We're riding that wave of optimism right now because we may not get to Gili Meno tonight. We tried to convey the urgency of our situation to the driver at the beginning of the drive, and he didn't quite pick it up, but for some reason in the last third of this trip he's sort of grasped the situation, and it's made for an interesting ride. I certainly won't be falling asleep. We've arrived into Bangsal. Bangsal has a reputation. I've been to Bangsal before, and it's full of thieves, basically. I'm just checking my pockets to make sure I've got everything on me here. I know where everything is. And we're probably going to get extorted to get a private boat, but leave Adam to do the negotiating, or at least the talking and finding out, because his Indonesian's a lot better than mine. Gee, I wish I had my camera right now. Those silhouettes of the boats and the people walking down onto the beach is really beautiful. But I don't know whether you can see, there's the 3 islands there. Gili Air on the right, Gili Meno in the middle, and Gili Trawangan, the one that's a little bit taller than the rest, on the left.
Good price.
Untuk dua orang.
Okay, deal.
No, lima.
It's okay, deal. Done.
Adam's a lot more generous than I am. I see an opportunity. I saw an opportunity to save a couple of dollars. We should be just grateful that we got here, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get across, you know. This is our ride. It's quite a good-looking beast. I think it's done the island run a few times.
Ada pasar buka puasa, ada pasar Ramadan.
Yeah, we could have taken the fast boat from Bali this morning, but that would have been quite dull. That would have been quite predictable. And we've come the long way, and we were late. Probably paid too much, but it's a good, fun experience. It's good to be on Meno. Instant calm. It's not like we didn't think we were going to make it though, of course. We're walking to our accommodation. It's still 500 metres away. It's getting a bit darker. I think I'll give you a walk through the accommodation tomorrow. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I'm staying at a little place called Villas Ganjor, which is a little bungalow set up here. I'm on the end. It's an interesting little setup. You've got the downstairs sort of entertainment area or lounge area. You've also got the shower, toilet, interesting set of stairs that sort of cuts through one corner of the bathroom. I like it here. It's rustic, a lot of exposed wood. You have the thatched roof. This is the second floor. You have a little mirror and hand basin, little place to hang your clothes, and then you come into your main room. Up the top of the bungalow, sort of this bamboo weaved walls, which is a pretty common old style walls that they used on the huts. And then you come out onto a nice little balcony area to overlook the garden. $30 a night. It's a nice little place, nice and quiet. We're probably 100 metres from the beach. It's at the north central end. Had a good sleep and ready to explore Meno. That's about it for this one. We finally got here. As always, I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. See you soon.